Welcome to your essential guide to visiting Dublin, Ireland. I'll share what you need to know before visiting Dublin and answer top questions to help you plan your trip to Dublin based on my hun and I's experience visiting the Emerald Isle. Hi everyone, I'm Antoinette and welcome back to my channel. At Frolic and Courage, I like to help you plan well, have fun, and travel the world by sharing tips by destination. Let's talk about the first step, which is actually planning the basics of your trip. What you need to know before visiting Dublin is a little bit about the background of Ireland and Dublin. The Dublin I'm talking about in this video is located in the Republic of Ireland in northwestern Europe. Ireland has a rich history shaped by Celtic tribes, Viking invasions, and Norman conquests. Politically, the island is divided between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The Republic of Ireland, covering most of the island, gained independence from British rule in the 20th century, leaving a complex legacy, and is why visitors to Dublin use the euro as currency and Northern Ireland uses the British pound, because the Republic of Ireland is not part of the United Kingdom. Dublin is the capital city located on the east coast of the Republic of Ireland. It has over thousands of years of history, evolving from Viking trading posts to a medieval city and a center of political and cultural significance. Dublin is famous for its rich history, vibrant culture, and warm, friendly, and jovial people. I heard a lot about Dublin, about how wonderful it was and how the people are super cool, so I wanted to experience the culture for myself. And I'm happy to say its charm and character won my hun and I over. We are so glad we visited the island and are so excited to know that you will be visiting Dublin too. So how many days in Dublin is enough to see the city? If you're planning a trip to Dublin, Ireland, what you need to know is 2 to 3 days is enough to see most of the sites. We went for a weekend adventure, but if you want to explore more of Dublin, add an extra day or two. If you want to explore more of Ireland as a whole, plan for at least 1 week. The best time to visit Dublin is typically from May to September, when the weather is warmer and there are plenty of outdoor events and activities. Spring and autumn are also pleasant to visit, with picturesque parks and mild yet crisp, chilly weather. However, Dublin's charm extends to the winter as well, especially during the festive holiday season with warm Christmas lights strung up and a bunch of different events. If you're looking to go to Dublin in the spring, know that the high temperature is 54 degrees Fahrenheit and the low is 41 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is between the months of March to May, with about 18 average days of rain. In the summer, the high is 66 with the low of 51 and about 16 average days of rain. In the fall, the high is 59 degrees and the low is 45 degrees Fahrenheit with an average rainfall of 19 days. And finally, in the winter, the high is 48 degrees with a low of 37 degrees Fahrenheit and about 21 average days of rain. As you can see, the weather barely reaches 70 degrees in the summer, and it's typically between 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. And it rains more often than not. To plan well for a trip to Dublin, always check the weather before you leave, and I recommend dressing according to the seasons. In the spring, wear layered clothing like your layered wool, your thick cotton, cashmere as a base layer. Bring an umbrella, a jacket, and sturdy walking shoes. In the summer, wear light layers, sunscreen, and a light rain jacket. If you're visiting during the fall, wear warm layers, a waterproof jacket, and sturdy shoes. And of course, in the winter, wear a heavy coat, thermal, thick layers, a scarf, hat, gloves, and waterproof boots or shoes, because it's going to get wet. Dublin follows the Irish Standard Time Zone, which is 5 hours ahead of the US East Coast Eastern Time and 8 hours ahead of the US West Coast Pacific Time. A visa is not required for US citizens, but if you're not from the US, then check your country's requirements before you decide to take a trip to Dublin. In terms of money, in Dublin, the currency is the euro. Visa and MasterCard are widely accepted. American Express is kind of hit and miss, so if you have Amex cards, bring a backup just in case it's not accepted. Cash is always king, but cards are accepted most places, even contactless payment like Apple Pay or Google Pay. So is Dublin expensive to visit? It really depends on your budget. Dublin can be as affordable or as luxurious as you want it to be. I personally found the drink prices to be on par with that of the United States. The price of accommodations, however, seems to be a bit higher, but as always, there are deals to be found. For example, my hun and I flew to Dublin from Washington, D.C. for about $364 per person direct round trip on Aer Lingus, which is Ireland's national airline. And so how did I get this amazing price? I received an amazing fare alert through my subscription to Going, which is a custom flight alert service that notifies me with the details of any great flight deals from my home airports. Tickets from DC to Dublin direct are usually around $800 or $900 per person round trip, so the $50 I paid for the premium membership far outweighs the $300 to $400+ we saved per person just by taking advantage of this one flight alert. And y'all, honestly, this video is not sponsored by them or anyone else. I only use this as an illustration to show how you can plan a trip to Dublin for less than what people normally think. And continuing on, I'll share options for every budget in this video to help you plan well, have fun, and travel to Dublin. I'll put a link to Going in the description box if you want to check it out and see what the flight deals are from your home airports. If you want to support the channel, now let's talk about the language in Ireland. Do you need to know a different language to visit Ireland? Well, the official language of Ireland is Irish and English, and you'll see Irish written on every directional sign and English translations right underneath it. Even though Irish is the official language, the overwhelming majority of people speak English, so there really is nothing to worry about if you're coming from the US. And most people are warm, friendly, and social, so have fun chatting. And once you're done chatting, you also need to know where to stay in Dublin for first-time visitors. There are many neighborhoods that are great for first-time visitors in Dublin. The best areas to stay for first-time visitors, if you want to be right in the center of the action, check out the city center or Temple Bar area, right on or south of the River Liffey. If you pick an accommodation within that area, you'll be within a 5 to 15-minute walk from pretty much most of the major sites. Book accommodations at least 3 months in advance, especially during the peak summer months and during major events. This ensures that you have a variety of options and that you can secure your preferred location and price range. We booked 6 months ahead, so we booked in September for a March trip, and we were so glad we did. Our hotel, which was the Morrison Hotel in Dublin, was completely sold out by the time we arrived. If you want to learn more about the best places to stay in Dublin or go on a room tour to see what our room and hotel look like, then take a deep dive into my Dublin room tour video. In terms of safety, Ireland has a population of around 5 million residents with 40% living in Dublin. Dublin is generally a safe city, but it's the largest in the country. And so, like all major cities, watch your surroundings and your personal items. Dublin is a city that's alive during the day as well as at night with that vibrant pub culture. With pubs, there are a lot of people drinking, and there might be tomfoolery or mischievous groups of teens. But if you are in an emergency, call 112 or 999 to reach the police or the fire department or an ambulance. We personally didn't have any sort of problems, nor did we witness anything crazy going on in Dublin. We felt pretty safe. Now that you know the basics of planning your trip to Dublin, let's talk about arrival and transportation. To plan well for a trip to Dublin, you need to know how to get to and from the Dublin airport to the city center. Dublin airport is 8 to 10 miles or 13 to 16 kilometers from the city center. From Dublin airport, you can take a taxi, an airport shuttle like the Air Coach or Dublin Express buses, public transportation like the Dublin bus. Taxis typically cost around €30 and takes about 30 to 45 minutes to reach the city center pending traffic, while buses offer more budget-friendly options starting from €2 to €8 per adult with varying travel times between 30 minutes to an hour and a half during heavy traffic. Once you get to the city center, you have multiple different types of public transportation available to you. Dublin is an incredibly walkable city, and walking will be the best way to get around Dublin. But Dublin's public transportation system is user-friendly and efficient. You can plan your routes online using online journey planners or download the mobile apps. If you're planning a trip to Dublin, know that Dublin offers an extensive public transportation network, including buses, DART trains, Luas trams, and Dublin bikes. You can purchase Leap cards for convenience to access the buses, trains, and trams, or opt to walk or use taxis like Uber or FreeNow are available for shorter trips within the city. Tickets for Dublin's public transportation system start at around €2 per ticket per adult, up to €35 for an unlimited pass for the week. There are daily price caps and different ways to pay for your ticket. If you want the nitty-gritty details of how to get around Dublin on a budget, specific prices, hours of operation, the 2 types of Leap cards, step-by-step instructions on how to get from the airport to the city center, and so much more, then take a deep dive into my How to Get Around Dublin on a Budget video. At the end of this video, it'll be in the Plan Your Trip to Dublin playlist. So now that you know some basic planning details and how to get around Dublin, let's explore Dublin a little bit. Let's talk about some things to do in Dublin, Ireland. Dublin hosts major events such as St. Patrick's Day, celebrations in March, the Dublin Theatre Festival in the fall, and the Dublin Fringe Festival in September. It's essential to research upcoming events and plan your visit accordingly to either attend or avoid these major events. What makes Dublin a great family-friendly place to visit is that there are discounts for kids, students, young adults, with children under 4 or 5 years old getting in free to most places and on most of the public transportation. Oh, and I forgot to mention, don't worry about writing everything down. I'm limited to how many links and how many characters I can put in the description box down below, but if you click on my blog, I'll put all the links to everything I'm talking about there too. And I'll also put my curated list of 29 of the best activities and things to do in Dublin in there. You can read the reviews, check prices and availability, and find what most interests you to help you create your Dublin itinerary. As you're building your Dublin itinerary, you may want to know what are the must-see attractions in Dublin. Some of the must-see attractions in Dublin include Trinity College and the Book of Kells. The Book of Kells is a beautifully designed manuscript of the first few Gospels created by Celtic monks around 800 AD. It is known for its intricate and colorful decorations and beautifully designed text. The Book of Kells is considered one of the greatest masterpieces of medieval art. The Book of Kells is housed at Trinity College, which is the oldest college in Dublin, Ireland. While at Trinity College, you can check out the Long Room, which is a majestic old school library hall of like many leather-bound books and dark wooden furniture. It stretches about 71 yards long, and it is adorned with marble busts of notable philosophical figures. It houses over 200,000 of the library's oldest books and manuscripts. And if you're into art, design, illustration, books, or gorgeous libraries, I recommend a visit. Admission is 25 euros for adults with discounts for seniors, teens, and kids. There are also family discounts for, say, 2 adults and 2 kids where you can score a little bit more of a discount. Guided tours to the Book of Kells and the Long Room are available with multiple stops to different locations around Dublin. And I'll list the adult prices here to save time, but again, know that there are discounts for younger family members, older family members, and families in general. Another must-see attraction in Dublin is Dublin Castle. It's a historic landmark in the heart of Dublin, showcasing a blend of medieval and Georgian architecture. It served various purposes throughout history, including a fortress, a royal residence, and a government center. Tickets are available 15 days in advance, so book them in advance. And admission is €8 for adults. Then there's St. Patrick's Cathedral, which is a magnificent Gothic-style cathedral dating back to the 12th century. It is the largest church in Ireland and is dedicated to St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. Admission is around €10 for adults. And be sure to check the links to these sites in my blog because prices can and do change over time. The next must-see thing to do in Dublin is Christ Church Cathedral, which is a historic landmark dating back to the 11th century, featuring stunning Gothic architecture and significant religious artifacts. It's both a place of worship and a visitor's attraction. Admission includes a guided tour of the cathedral and the crypt and an audio guide. Admission is €11 for adults. When I travel, I really enjoy learning about the people and culture of the places I visit. So when my husband and I were in Dublin, we took the time to learn more about the area. Dublin offers 3 great places to learn more about the history of Ireland. And there's other places too, but these are the most notable 3 for first-time visitors to Dublin. Dublinia offers a fun, vibrant exploration of Dublin's Viking and medieval history. There are interactive exhibits and immersive experience for visitors of all ages. You've got to book your tickets 2 months in advance, and admission is around €14 for adults, and there are family tickets and discounts for kids and students as well. You can also check out the Epic Museum, which presents the epic story of Irish immigration. It celebrates the courage and resilience of those who left their homeland for new horizons and where personal stories come to life through innovative exhibits. If you're interested in Irish history and have even maybe Irish roots yourself, then they even offer genealogy packages and research package tickets so you can dive into your family's history. Tickets for the museum start around €21 for adults. We also have the Little Museum of Dublin, which is a charming museum located in a Georgian townhouse. It offers an intimate look at the city's history and culture. It features these really eclectic exhibits curated from donations by locals that showcase the everyday life of Dubliners throughout the years, and it captures the essence of the city's people and culture. We stopped by the Little Museum on our first day, and it was entirely worth it. It was unlike any museum experience I've ever had, where You have these actors who present the history of Ireland and Dublin in these really engaging, funny, interactive 30-minute sessions. I learned more about Ireland and Dublin in this 30-minute visit than I have in like all of my schooling. Plus, it was really fun! And admission is 15 euros for adults for timed entry tickets. We purchase all-day tickets for around 20 euros where we can visit any tour throughout the day. And if you're pressed for time, you can see the Dublin Highlights and Hidden Gems tour, where you see all of the must-see attractions like Dublin Castle, Christchurch Cathedral, Trinity College, the Temple Bar area, River Liffey, and more, starting around 25 euros per person. Dublin also has a hop-on, hop-off bus tour with commentary and a little Museum of Dublin entry ticket starting around 33 euros. It rains in Dublin quite often, so if you don't want to sit on the top of the bus, then you can sit on the lower portion of the double-decker bus. As I said earlier in this video, Dublin can be as affordable or as expensive as you want it to be. And there are a number of free things to do. Some free things to do include a visit to the National Museum of Ireland, which showcases the nation's treasures from ancient artifacts to modern-day marvels. Then there's the National Archaeology Museum, where ancient artifacts and archaeological wonders shed light on Ireland's fascinating past. You've got Celtic warriors and Viking invaders exhibits, and admission is completely free. Next, there's St. Stephen's Green Park, which provides a serene oasis in the heart of the city. You can unwind in lush greenery and sit near the tranquil ponds, hear the birds chirping, and it's really nice and also free, and it's right across the street from the Little Museum of Dublin. Another free thing you can do in Dublin is check out Phoenix Park. Originally, it was a royal hunting park in the 1660s and then opened to the public in 1747. At Phoenix Park, you can view the sprawling landscapes, historical monuments, and diverse wildlife. This park is one of Europe's largest urban parks and even hosts a resident herd of deers, y'all. So if you want to see the deers, don't touch the deers, don't feed the deers, but you can look at the deers. And there are places for kids and playgrounds, so it's free, y'all. Check it out. So now we know what the major attractions are in Dublin, as well as some free things to do in Dublin. Now let's talk about some unique things to do in Dublin to help build your itinerary. Powerscourt Townhouse Centre is known as Dublin's creative quarter for its boutiques and design shops, almost all of which are made by locals. There's food, there's shops, and it's in this beautiful, massive townhouse. Another unique thing to do is to go to a Gaelic Games match to see Gaelic football, which is a mix between soccer and rugby, and hurling, which is a super fast mix of field hockey and lacrosse. Or there's handball. The Gaelic Games are traditional Irish sports and cultural activities that hold deep significance in Irish society. You can even learn how to play one of these Gaelic games yourself, or if you're with a group of 6 or more, you all can try out a Gaelic game together. You can see a national soccer or rugby match. Ireland has one of the top-ranked rugby teams in the world. You can purchase tickets at Aviva Stadium, also known as Dublin Arena, and the arena is cashless, so bring your cards. And you can purchase tickets for these games at ticketmaster.ie. You can even go to a speakeasy to enjoy craft cocktails and other delights at the refined, relaxed, dark and sexy Vintage Cocktail Club. Y'all, the Vintage Cocktail Club is only for those who are 23 years old and up. There's also the Blind Pig, which has live music, or the Hacienda. Reservations are strongly suggested at the first 2 spots, and be sure to read your RSVP confirmation closely for instructions on how to get in. Y'all, speakeasies are those places where you walk by and you don't even know that it's got this indoor underground atmosphere. You have to know what to say or know the phrase in order to get in. Or if you want to take your craft cocktail journey further, you can even snag a spot at one of the Vintage Cocktail Bar or the Blind Pig's cocktail classes if you book far enough in advance. There's also the literary pub crawl, which will take you to famous pubs and haunts while actors recite verses from the best Irish literature. It's part walking, part history, part literature, and all enjoyable for ages 16 and up. And of course, another unique thing to do in Dublin is to visit both the Jameson Distillery and the Guinness Storehouse on a guided tour. The Guinness Storehouse has some of the best views of the city. You can see spectacular views of the city, learn about the history of the city, take a guided tour of the facilities, and taste Ireland's 2 most famous drinks. It is no doubt the most popular tour in Dublin, so if you're gonna book that tour, book it far in advance. And what are some recommended neighborhoods to explore for dining and culture and shopping? Areas like Temple Bar are known for their vibrant arts and entertainment scene, while Grafton Street and St. Stephen's Green are popular for shopping and dining. Other neighborhoods like Smithfield or Rathmines or Portobello offer a mix of cultural attractions, trendy cafes, and a ton of local charm. And if you're looking for a souvenir in Dublin, consider taking a few samples of Irish whiskey and Guinness back home, properly sealed in your checked luggage, or purchase at the airport duty-free shop, of course. You can take home a soft, warm, intricately knitted piece of Irish wool clothing. There are many, many wool shops in Ireland, so grab gloves, blankets, stuffed animals, a beautiful designed sweater, a scarf to take back with you. Y'all, I picked up this merino wool scarf at Trinity College in Dublin, and it's got this really cute emblem on it too, and the color is amazing and it's so warm. And I picked up these socks in Galway from Aran Island's knitwear, which is really, really popular. So check out some wool products and bring some back with you while you're in Dublin. Ireland is known for its linen, so pick up a set of linen handkerchiefs, napkins, scarves, or decorative piece of Waterford crystal, either glasses or ornaments. Dublin is also a literary city, so pick up a nice book from the local bookstore. If you want to go outside of the city, there are a number of day trips from Dublin. You can go on the Cliffs of Moher tour, including Wild Atlantic Way and Galway City from Dublin. You don't have to worry about logistics, and you get picked up from a centrally located spot outside Trinity College. A comfortable coach bus will drive you to the Cliffs of Moher with admission included. You'll go through the scenic Wild Atlantic Way, which is a rugged landscape on the Atlantic Ocean. And you can go have a lunch in Galway at your own expense. This is the trip you saw in my vlog and in my Cliffs of Moher tips from Dublin video, and starts around $86 a person. You can go to Kilkenny, Wicklow Mountains, Glendalough, Sheepdog Trials on a day trip from Dublin too. You can explore historic landmarks such as Kilkenny Castle and Glendalough's ancient monastic settlement nestled within the Wicklow Mountain National Park. You can experience the charm of rural Ireland and stop at the foot of the Wicklow Mountains, where you'll stop at a sheep farm to witness border collies herding sheep, and you get to meet with a local shepherd and their families. This starts around $50 per person. You can check out a Blarney Castle day tour, including the Rock of Cashel in Cork City. Blarney Castle is popular for the Blarney Stone, which is said to grant the gift of gab, or eloquence, for those who kiss it. Additionally, the castle's rich history and beautiful gardens attract many visitors. There's going to be ruins and Celtic crosses and towers. The Rock of Cashel was the traditional seat of the kings of Munster until they donated the complex to the Catholic Church almost 1,000 years ago for use as a cathedral. It's one of the best examples of medieval architecture and starts around $87 per person. You can visit Northern Ireland to see Belfast and the Titanic Museum, or go on a special Game of Thrones tour where you get to see filming sets and the locations from Game of Thrones. So do you have anything to add to this list? This video is by no means exhaustive, so if you have more information to add to help other visitors, please leave your best tips for things to do in Dublin and any Dublin tips in general in the comments down below. And these are just a few can't miss things to do in Dublin. So what are you going to eat while you're in Dublin? Dublin boasts a diverse culinary scene with options ranging from traditional Irish pubs serving hearty fare to Michelin-starred restaurants offering gourmet cuisine. Let's briefly talk about some foods to try in Dublin. Given its location next to the sea and expansive green pastures, Ireland and Dublin is best known for beef, dairy, root vegetables, and seafood. Try the Irish stew, boxty, seafood chowder, colcannon, and fish and chips, among other famous Irish meat and potato dishes. As far as drinks to try in Dublin, the quintessential Irish beverage to sample during your visit are Guinness, Irish whiskey, Irish coffee, cider, and craft beer. Dublin has a variety of delicious drinks to suit everyone. You can go on a food tour to try hearty portions of these iconic dishes. That's what we did on a 3-hour Irish food trail. We stuffed our faces with a local guide who gave us more insight into Dublin's culture, people, food, and drink scene. We visited some of the best places and pubs for Irish dishes, and I highly, highly recommend that. So if you want to dive into the food scene too, check out my link to the 29 best things to do in Dublin. And y'all, I can talk all day about the food in Dublin, pub culture, specific dishes to try, the best places to eat in Dublin, the pubs, all of it. And I did in my Is Irish Food Good video, so watch that in my Planning a Trip to Dublin playlist at the end of this video. So those are the daytime activities. What about nighttime and entertainment? Dublin has a number of famous pubs and a vibrant nightlife scene. Irish pubs are an essential part of the social fabric, offering a glimpse into Ireland's culture and community spirit. Operating hours typically range from late morning to late evening, with earlier closing times on Sundays. Pubs also welcome children, if you didn't know, until the early evening, which makes them somewhat of a family-friendly atmosphere during the day. The essence of pub culture lies in the concept of crack, which is lively banter and camaraderie and entertainment shared among people. So whether you're standing or sitting at a bar, you're encouraged to interact with one another and enjoy traditional live music sessions that just add to the engaging and entertaining atmosphere. Whether you're a solo traveler or not, engaging in conversation, buying rounds of drinks, and learning a few words of Irish are all a part of the pub experience. You can visit iconic pubs like the Temple Bar, the Brazen Head, and Keogh's, which offer the Irish ambience and live music sessions, with modern cocktail bars and nightclubs that cater to diverse audiences. I went more into this in my Is Dublin Food Good video. In 2004, a smoking ban was introduced in Irish pubs, leaving smokers to enjoy their pints and their smokes outside, so when you're inside the pub, you don't have to worry about getting all smoky and cloudy or anything like that. More nighttime activities, in addition to pub hopping, include live music and theater performances, ghost tours, a nighttime walking tour, or just enjoy a scenic sunset cruise along the River Liffey. Planning the basics of your trip to Dublin is the first step, so if you're looking for what to eat, how to get around, a room tour of where we stayed, and a vlog of what it's actually like visiting Dublin, then click on my Dublin playlist at the end of this video. If you have any questions about your trip to Dublin or have anything to add to what I've mentioned in today's video, please leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!